I love Kangaroo Kids, it's the happiest place I'll be. They show me frogs and turtles and things and teach me how to smile. They learn me big important words and tell me green from white. I love Kangaroo Kids, it's the happiest place I'll be.
My teachers really love me. They make me feel so cool. So every day I wake up and yell, Mama, I want to go to school.
I love Kangaroo Kids, it's the happiest place I'll be. I love Kangaroo Kids, I love Kangaroo Kids, I love Kangaroo Kids, I love Kangaroo Kids.
Yeah!
But it's wonderful, and I feel very proud, as all the parents feel so proud here tonight, that our little ones are doing so well. And I thank Kangaroo Kids, I thank all the children, all the teachers, on behalf of everyone present here. Thank you so much, and God bless Kangaroo Kids. Thank you.
The fact that they encourage the participation in sports from such a young age, and that maybe a feeling of trying to be competitive, or so that's great. I think we lacked all this. I think we used to get into school by the age of maybe 4 or 5. So kids already in play school by the time they are 1.5, 2 years old, and they're already taking part in events from the age of maybe say 2. So it's great. I think it's a great thing that the school is organizing.
A certain part of the brain which we don't even touch, and I think this school does that. Touches a lot of other sides of the brain and triggers it to move and think more and do things on your own. And, I think there's been a considerable amount of difference how she doesn't even get scared of writing anything. Doesn't matter spelling mistakes, but she's come ahead to do everything. You know, that's the difference.
It was a lovely experience. My kids enjoyed it. Then, of course, they went to the Kangaroo Kids schooling system. They had tons of fun. That to me, the biggest reward as a parent was the fact that my children would come home happy. All I want to say is that I'm really glad that there is a schooling system like Billabong in our country. Thank you, Billabong, for that.
My first child was out of control, and within 2 or 3 months of him being in school, he learned how to be socially more adept with other children and adults. I've never been asked from school to handle my child. They have always handled it, and that taught him also how to deal with other children. I mean, till today, my kids have come out. My second child came out of her shell. She was very frightened. She was a quiet child.
Billabong High has a very unique way of teaching children. It has a very contemporary and very practical approach to theoretical knowledge. And I believe the way they teach children is very experiential, very sensory, very kinesthetic. I mean, the whole thing is in a very fun-filled environment, very low on stress. And I mean, the kids seem to be having a great time, and I think it's wonderful.
My daughter, I see, is emerging as a citizen of the world, not as a citizen of India. She has a world view on everything. Nothing for her is, dominated by religion or caste. So this is what Kangaroo Kids has taught my daughter, and I'm very proud that she's a member of the school.
Sachin, one little question. You know, normally parents don't let their kids play, but since you were in school and you were so good at playing, did anyone ever give you a chance to study?
There was no Kangaroo Kids at that time. So.
One last word from Sachin. Sachin, tonight they say are the Oscars of the cricket world, the CET Cricket Rating Awards. Are you going to be attending that today?
I'm very glad. I'm actually receiving an award there, but I thought I'm not going to get this opportunity again in my life. I may win more awards, so I made the right decision by being here.
We should be very, very grateful that we have our kids going to a school like Kangaroo Kids, so a warm round of applause for Kangaroo Kids.
Namaskar, मैं हूँ शेखर रवजियानी, father of Bipasha Rवजियानी, who goes to Billabong School and in 9th standard. So there's something I like to say about the school. Well, I chose that school because my wife came and told me that it's one of the best schools we have around. And actually my daughter has been going to Billabong Kangaroo Kids in Juhu first, and then then we kind of shifted this side towards Pali Hill, and then we found Santa Cruz to be the most convenient kind of location to send our daughter to school. So it's a very good school. I'm very happy with it. More than me, I think my daughter's very happy with it. So I think where daughter and wife are happy, I'm happy too. I have recommended Billabong to a lot of my friends, and a lot of friends who've actually moved from Delhi to Bombay, and some from Goa also. I have some 2-3 friends who've kind of moved from Goa, and they've kind of finding a place in Pali Hill somewhere close by. So I said, I think the best school for you guys would be Billabong, because my daughter goes to that school. Well, what I like about that school is, see, the thing is, I'm always on the road. I'm always traveling. I'm always kind of gone out for concerts or busy in the studio all day, all night. So I kind of get very little time. But whatever I get to know from my wife and from my daughter is that this school is very active with music, active with dance, active with different kind of projects. And whenever I go home, she's working on something very interesting. So I think that's something amazes me all the time, that in our times there used to be not much of these things happening. It was used to be just normal textbooks and exams and stuff like that. But here there are projects, and it's about kind of figuring out different new things which we were unaware of when we were in school, and she knows about it. So it's really good that apart from the normal education, they also are kind of exposing the child to different kind of areas, which is fantastic.
Hi, my name is Dr. Anup Ramani, and I am a urologist at Leelavati and Bridge Candy Hospitals. I have 2 boys in Billabong High School. My older boy has actually graduated and now moved on to college, and my younger boy is still in Billabong High. We moved to India from the US about 10 years back, and when we moved down to the US, we did our research as any good parent would do, and we went and interviewed at all the standard schools in Bombay. And I don't think we had any doubt at all that we wanted our boys to be at Billabong High. What we realized about Billabong High was they were thorough professionals, but not only were they thorough professionals, but they did it with a lot of compassion. I think for our kids, we were looking for schools which were compassionate as well as professional when it came to education. And having had our boys go through the whole lineup of Billabong, I can tell you we've not been disappointed at all. In fact, today, if any of my friends ask me for recommendations, I will say blindly, put your child in Billabong High. We've had nothing but good things to say about Billabong. Both my children are doing exceptionally well, and a large part of why they are successful today is because of Billabong. I think the Socratic way of teaching which Billabong follows, where there are 2 teachers per class and class strength is limited to maybe about 20-25 kids, gives a lot of flexibility to the children for learning. Also, the one thing I've noticed in Billabong is each child is taken at his or her own speed. Children are not forced to do rote learning. They are not forced to do something they are not comfortable. And within no time, my boys were very comfortable. They would love going to school. There is a lot of emphasis on extracurricular activities, on sports, on music, on dramatics. There is a lot of emphasis on dance and other forms of expression. So I don't think there is any school in Bombay today which does that and yet maintains the compassion level. The other thing which I really found interesting in Billabong, which I don't think exists in any school, is the ability of the management to interact with the parents. We found that at the drop of a hat, the teachers were willing to meet us as the parents. They were willing to discuss if the child had individual problems which we wanted to talk about. We found the principal and the vice principal themselves were very open to meeting us and sorting out the problem. I give Billabong 200 out of 100 marks, and I will strongly recommend that if you're thinking about putting a child in a school in Bombay, don't hesitate. Billabong is a school to go to.
Hi, Namaste, this is Drum Subramani. Wow, Kangaroo kids. I remember my daughter Vashika. She was studying in Kangaroo kids. She started going. It's a beautiful thing is, I always on away from home because I'm in a tour, and we found a very good Varshika Kangaroo Kid was the best. It's like home, second home. We are very comfortable, very neat and clean and hygienic, and our culture. And I'm seeing the kids how they just keep the main the walking with a queue and not rushing and giving a space. There's so lots of things I observe when I go to pick up my daughter. So Kangaroo Kids was thing, and then Kangaroo Kids grown to another level to Billabong. That also very good thing. My daughter, she grown, and always I go and pick her up, and I just watch her way she deal with my driver or with respect. Lot of thing I just change in a different my daughter, and I hats up to Kangaroo Kids and Billabong. What else? Great education. I remember that incident in June 26th, something, which the flood happened, the heavy flood happened in Mumbai. And I was in Chennai. We were just taking off to London. That time I got a call, and the kids are stuck in the Billabong school, and because of water level gone up to first floor. That moment we were panicking and we were trying to reach, but the school teachers, and they just really taking care of the kids, and so thank you once again. I'm very proud saying the Kangaroo Kids and Kangaroo Kid and Billabong. I am really lucky to know. I have to thank my friend who recommended this school, and thank you once again. I definitely will talk about Kangaroo Kids and Billabong. I recommend. So I did so many people about the school. So you do well, and I wish once again you will go more and more. And thank you very much. This is Ram Sivamani.
I just wanted to say I had such a wonderful time. It was great class. Actually, 3 wonderful classes in an amazing school, and it was so much fun to play with the kids. I'd love to come back, and thank you all for the energy and the help, and thank you.
Hi, my name is Anjum Rizvi, and my child is in the 2nd standard of Billabong High, and I would like to very proudly say that the growth of the child is in safe hands with Billabong. They started off with Kangaroo Kids from the nursery, and the force behind the entire the school is Leena Asher, whom I've known for some time, and she's doing a great job with the school. And as I see it, that a school is not just a center of education or something, but it is for the overall personality growth and development of a child, which the school like Billabong has maintained it right from day one, and it caters to every aspect of the growth of a child, right from besides the studies, besides the curriculum, the other activities like overall day-to-day existence in the outside world, as well as the taking up projects or anything which instills a growth in the child is thanks to Billabong. And I can say it with confidence, what I have seen the child in its entire the progress, which I have been very proud and confident of.